Hi everyone, in this video we'll be learning about how to draw the orthographic views of this particular diagram. So you can see all the dimensions have been given here, and the question goes like this. So we have to draw the sectional front view and sectional left side view along with the top view. Fine. So both the front and left sides, they need to be sectional and the top view needs to be full. So to proceed, you'll have to start with one of the views. So I'll just start with the top view because it has maximum number of circles in it. Okay, so I'll take the first circle as the middle circle of diameter 50. So take circle, press D, enter, and 50, enter. So that will give me a circle of diameter 50. Next I'll draw the inner circle that is of diameter 30. So I'll take again circle, C, enter. Touching this will make sure that the center point appears. If it doesn't appear even after touching it, you can just turn this on. This is object snap, and make sure that the center point here is enabled. That will make sure the center point appears when you touch the circle. So take the same center point, and the diameter you can feed it as 30. So again go for D, enter. That will choose the diameter, and diameter is 30. So 30, enter. So that is those are the two circles. There's one more circle in the center, and the diameter of that is, that diameter has been given over here. That is diameter 20, and C bore means it is counter bore. Counter bore means to some depth this hole will be enlarged. So 20 diameter hole will be enlarged to 30 diameter by depth of 6. That is the information given here over here. So what you have to do is again go for circle, touch the circle, take the same center, and this time diameter is 20. Next up, we need distances of 35 on both the sides. So what I'll do is I'll just take a line here, and in this direction 35 distance. Okay, so now I've got a point here. The end point of this I will use to draw the other two circles. So the larger circle is having radius 15, you can see here. So radius 15, and the inner circle, you can see here, the diameter of the inner circle is 12. So diameter means D, enter after taking the point, and 12. Fine. So now that I have both the circles, I need to draw tangent lines on both the sides. So when you are taking tangent, be careful. You should not join the quadrants, because when you join the quadrants and when you see by zooming in, it's not actually a tangent. It is meeting the circle at 2 points. This is not a tangent that we need. So what you have to actually do is you have to take object snap settings, clear all the settings except for tangent, and then if you take line command and draw the line, you can see here the line is coming tangential to the given circle. So you can just click on the two circles and automatically the line will come out as tangential. Alternatively, what you can do is, if you don't want to go with these settings, select all. Alternatively, what you can do is, after taking the line command, type TAN, enter, and then click. So again you can see it is coming tangentially. Fine. So once again type TAN and then click on the circle. Fine. After this, what you have to do is you have to just trim off whatever part you don't need. So just press TR, double enter, and trim all the parts that you don't need. So now the top view is almost complete. We just need the same part on this side. So what you can do is you can just make a mirror of this. So select all the parts, MI, enter, and then click the center and vertical line. Press enter again. So this will make sure an opposite copy of the same appears on this side. So that's it. That is the top view. There is one more small detail required here, that is the diameter 6 hole that is appearing on the left side. So for that I will just take a straight line here, and diameter is 6, so both sides offset of 3 mm we have to take. So 3 mm offset on both sides you have to take, and you have to extend it over to this point, and this side just trim this extra line off. Okay, the center line we don't need it, and these lines it needs to be hidden. So after drawing this, what you have to do is you have to match the properties of these hidden edges with these things. Fine. So if the line is not appearing very thin, if the number of dashes are very few, what you can do is you can change the LTS, line type scale, LTS you can change to 0.5, and you can see here more number of dashes are now appearing. So what next is, you have to apply the solid match properties of this solid with all other lines, and hidden, of course, you have to keep this as hidden. So now that the top view is complete, we'll have to go to the next view, that is the front view. So for that, I'll just take a center line. This center line, I'll make it as the axis, so match properties of this with the axis. And then I'll have to take a small line horizontal. This is where it ends, so I'll just take 2 lines here, and then I'll trim off whatever lines are not needed. Fine. So TR double enter you can use for trimming off whatever lines you don't need. So next, you can just see what is the height here. The height of this base plate is 10, you can see over here. So offset of 10 mm is here, and then I'll just have to trim off, TR double enter. And for this, we can take again offset. The diameter is 50, so 25 on both sides, offset 25 on both sides, offset 25 on both sides. Up to this line, you have to trim off these lines, and of course you have to make them as solids. So match properties solid, we can make all these as solids. Fine. And then yeah, what is the height of this? Total height here, you can see from the base here, it is 28. So from this line, offset 28 on the upper side. Fine. Then what you can do is, you can just trim this off. And then for this counter bore, the depth is 6 mm, so offset 6 mm below. And then the inner diameters, is one is 30, one is 20, so one is 15 on both sides, and then 20 means 10 on both sides, so 10 on both sides. Fine. So the one having 10 mm, it will be complete through hole like this, and the one here, this will stop here itself. The inner one will stop here itself. Fine. So the inner will want to go throughout, this will not need it, so you can just delete it off. So now what you're doing is, in the front view we have to draw the section. So when you do the section plane will be touching a few of these lines. So yeah, so this line here, it won't be visible, so I'll have to just remove it off. And yes, these lines, they will become visible. Yes, they will become visible. And yeah, this oil hole, this hole of 6 mm diameter, that will also be visible. And we know the height of this is 12 mm, so offset 12 mm from the top, and from here offset of 3 mm on both the sides. You can do this. Then it has to be trimmed over up to this point. We don't need this point, this line through here. And yeah, so this is the sectional front view. Fine. So just to make it complete now, what you can do is, you can make the hatch. So hatch, H, enter, and you have to choose ANSI 31 as the hatch pattern and hatch it. Fine. So this is the front view. So now what you can do is, for this hatch, match properties with the dimension text, so that it goes to the same layer as the dimensions, and its thickness, line weight and all, it will appear same as the line. Next we have to do the left side view. So left side view means we are watching from this side and the view appears on the right side. So it appears on the right side, and this left side view also we have to do it as the sectional view. Okay, so let us proceed. So in order to proceed, what I'll do is, I'll just draw a horizontal line and place it over here in line with this, and I'll take a vertical line. I'll just move this part slightly up, okay, or else you can keep it at same place also, no problem. Then I'll take this point here, and this distance from this intersection point down here, whatever distance I'm getting here, the same distance has to appear on the right side here. Fine. So this here now is the axis, this here now is the axis. So I'll just match the properties of this with the axis so that you can easily identify where it is. And now we'll have to start drawing the sectional view. So we'll have to again draw this 50 diameter, 20 diameter, 30 diameter. So I'll just draw offset 15, offset on both sides, that will give me 30 diameter. Then for 50 diameter I'll have to take offset again, O enter, 25 enter. So this is 50 diameter on both sides, and of course another 10 diameter offset I have to take from the center on both the sides. Fine. So once I've done that, then take an offset of, what is this distance? The height is 10, so offset of 10 from the baseline, and you can just trim this off up to this line. Okay, so when you see here, this complete cylinder will be appearing from the top to bottom. So this edge over here, this generating line here will be completely visible, so we'll have to retain it as it is. I'll just trim this off, and this total line will be present. And from here, what is the offset? The offset here is 28, so take offset of 28, enter 28, enter, and here like this, then trim all these lines, don't need it. And next we'll have to start the task of identifying which lines are visible and which lines are not visible. Fine. So okay, so again I'll have to take offset. Depth here is 6 mm, so I'll take the reference from here itself. Same depth I'll take here, and then I'll have to trim this off, this trim off, this will go away, and because it is section, this line will not be appearing at all, and we will see it like this. Is it like this? Yes, it is like this. Okay, and that's just have to do the hatching. Yeah, the hatching part on this side as well as this side, that should do. So this is the side view. You don't have to draw the hidden edges over here, so just leave that part out completely. I'll just draw another line over here, okay, and make it solid. Fine. So now just to view how your diagram appears, you can set it in the layout space. Fine. So when you shift to the layout space, you should turn on the line weight, LW, enter, display line weight, click OK. So you can see here whatever lines are solids, they are appearing very thick, hidden lines and all, they are appearing accordingly. So you can just double click on inside, and you can zoom in, set it properly on the page as required. Fine. Whatever magnification is suitable for you, you can arrange it like that, and you can take a printout of this. Fine. So for printout, as I had told, you have to print it, go for Control P, and in this option here, DWG to PDF will be the option you will be using. You will be printing on A4, click OK, and save it wherever you want. So save it on the desktop so that it is easily accessible. Once you save it, it will open up and show it in the PDF format. So this format, you can take it wherever there is the printer, and you can take the print of this and stick it in your record. Thank you for watching this. If you like the video, just hit the subscribe button. If you have any other doubt, just let me know in the comment section below so that I can take care of it in the next video. And thank you again.